Ladies and gentlemen, Hex community of all ages, hey, Jake Freedom here, coming to you live from YouTube for yet another deck tech. This week, this deck here is odd, you know, but it's fun to play. I don't know if it's probably not anywhere near like, you know, tier 1. So that's the biggest thing I hate when I do these deck techs. I always think I need to have these great decks, and if they're not great, I'm like, oh, I can't show these, but you know, it's not really a big deal. If a deck is fun, cheap to play, you know, but, you know, whatever. Maybe you can take something and make it a little bit better. I don't know. So this week's deck is a wild sapphire, wild diamond deck, and I call it Oath to Shinhare. The key cards in the deck are going to be Oath of Valor and the Runts of the Litter and the surprise Runt gang cards. So what do we have? What does the deck actually consist of? It has 16 wild shards, 5 diamonds, and 4 shards of life. It also has, so that's the shard. So the resource base here is, what do we got? We got 25. So it's pretty good. I probably don't need quite that many. It seems like there's too many, but I like that amount there, given the fact that I could always be doing, you know, putting a resource down to be able to use the champion's charge power, and we'll get to that in a minute. And some of you can, well, you can't actually see it because my portrait's over it, so that's hidden. So what do we have in the deck? We have 4 Howling Braves. We have 3 Runts of the Litter. We have 1 Wild Growth. We have 2 Guru of the Wounded Petal. The reason I didn't have this card in there at first, but then I saw it and I'm like, well, you know, if we have turn 1 Runts of the Litter, you know, and then not turn 1 Runts of the Litter, but like, say we don't have anything going on turn 1, or maybe we put down Howling Brave turn 1. And then we can play Runts of the Litter on turn 2, and also Guru the Wounded Petal. So it's kind of nice. It's not too bad late game either if you get, you know, a Runts of the Litter or surprise Runt gang. Late game, after you've activated, you know, Oath of Valor, it actually works out pretty well. We also have 1 Concubunny. Now, I've played around with this one here, having 1, 2, or maybe even 3. It just 2 seemed okay, but you know, you really don't want to draw this card. You kind of just want to stumble upon it, you know, just to make more Shinhare, I think. I mean, it's nice late game to be able to make those Shinhare, but to make them early game, it's pointless. So you have to have this card late game in order to make the Shinhare that are going to be the 4/5s, you know. So that's why I only have 1, just so I draw it late. Hopefully I don't get them opening hand. And then we have 2 soul marbles, and this is for soul armaments, basically. So it helps to pump the troops once we're into the late game stage. And obviously it gives them vigilance, not vigilance. What do they call it? Steadfast. What else we have? We have 4 Chlorophyllia, and we have 2 survival of the fittest. We have 2 Inflict Doubt. I included this card instead of Inner Conflict because it's cheaper, and more times than not you'll be able to have more troops, since we're talking about battle hoppers here. So it's just a cheaper way to stop a troop from attacking or blocking. Next one here, we have Oath of Valor, one of the major cards that the deck is synergized around. It says, when this enters play, choose a troop you control. Troops you control with the same name as the chosen troop have +2/+2. And this is throughout the entire game. So obviously we know these guys are these cards here create battle hoppers. So every battle hopper you have will come out being it'll be a 2/3. Then you can have soul marble, and it'll have soul armaments, and they'll have +2/+2 on that, and then there'll be 4/5s. More times than not, you'll be able to get both of those to activate. The next card we have is Evolve. All the troops get +1/+1. Like I said, we have 3 surprise Runt gangs. We have 2 Eternal Sages here. This is just for some late game stuff, and you know, since we're playing wild, we might as well pump some stuff up. Plus the card can pump itself, so might as well. And then we have 2 Crocosaurs, just for maybe some early game removal, depending on, you know, how well we can, you know, how quickly we can get it out, you know. But I've won a couple games just off of the 2 Crocosaurs. So it's a very powerful card, and it's one of those cards, you know, that people are talking about that's too powerful. So that's what the deck consists of, and the champion that I have chosen here is Warmaster Fazuko. Let's go ahead and find him here. Write down. I love his portrait. So War Master Fizuko, he is for 5 charges and double wild threshold. Troops you control get +1/+1. This one just felt right. The other ones just don't feel like they work properly with what we're trying to do here. Now, granted, we could probably make, a battle hopper and put into play for 3, but I much would rather spend, 5 charges and get, +1 to my entire board rather than just 1 battle hopper every 3 charges. So the Fizuko just felt way better. So that is the deck. Let's just go ahead and I didn't actually play a game last time. Let's go ahead and play against the computer and see how we can do. Why not? And the computer does some crazy stuff lately. I don't quite understand it, but anyway, but I did name the deck Oath to Shinhare. I don't know, it felt fitting, So let's see. There's not really. I'm trying to think, if there's something that you'd really not want to keep in the open hand. It's such a small, as far as resource cost, that you don't really ever have to really mulligan. Looks like we have both Crocosaurs in our opening hand, though. That's not something that you really want to have, and this is obviously, not the hand we want to keep. So this is the first time I've ever had to mulligan with this. Do we want? I don't know. We're gonna draw again. We don't need the Crocosaurs in opening hand. That's a little bit better, so we'll keep that one. Plus, we're up against the fast Ruby deck here for Poka, so we'll just go ahead and we got to try to with playing against this particular AI. We have to just maintain a little bit. Just keep yourself alive. And it'll be alright. So we're just gonna let this 4 damage come through. I don't care about that. We're not gonna lose our 2 troops. We're just gonna let it go and see what we can do. Alright, so we got our oath. That's good. So let's go ahead and just lay down the diamond. So we have access to it next turn. We're not gonna do anything. We might use our wild growth this turn to kill something. What do we want to kill? I think do we want to kill a Savage Raider? I think we should. No, we'll keep that one alive. That's to attack every time anyway. So we will actually kill this guy. And Wild Growth goes back into our hand anyway, or our deck anyway, so we'll get that one back. Alright. So now we'll go ahead. Oh, we got 2 of them. Great. So we'll go ahead and lay one of them down. They do stack quite nicely. So it's one of those things that you can you have multiples out and they work well together. So we're not going to attack. We'll just let everything do its thing. And let's see, he's obviously going to attack here. So we'll go ahead and just get rid of that troop there. We'll let the 3 damage come through, not worried about it. What we need though is we need another surprise runt gang or Runts of the litter is what we need. So let's go ahead and we might as well just drop this one down. Again, it will stack. So everything's got, now we're at 4-5. So now we're sitting pretty good off of just 1 Runts of the litter so far and a wild growth. So he's not attacking, which is fine, because now we're going to be able to drop our Crocosaurus. I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to drop this Runts of the litter. And we're going to buff the troops we have out here. And we're just going to sit here and see what he does. He'll probably do nothing. Alright, so now let's go ahead. Let's go and drop this first. Let's get rid of a couple things. What do we want to get rid of here? Let's get rid of the double damage guy and him. Not too worried about the Gore Master. Let's go ahead and swing with everything. That's 20 points of damage. He has to block one of them, and he's not going to. This is what I'm talking about. This is what's so weird with the AI. They don't block anymore. Anyway, playing the AI is kind of pointless, but just to kind of show you how the deck actually works out. So that's the deck. That's Oath to Shinhare, as I like to call it. So let me know your thoughts about this deck. I'm sure it could use some improvements. Like I said, it's kind of fun to play. We really didn't get to see a whole lot of cards. What did we see? We saw Howling Brave, Runts of the Litter, Wild Growth, and Oath of Valor. It's pretty basically... Oh, and Crocosaurs, obviously. So we didn't see very many cards out of the deck, but let me know your thoughts on the deck. Leave me a comment down below. Maybe give some, make some changes to it, or what you guys, what you guys would do, or, like I said, it's definitely not a competitive deck. I wouldn't call it that, but it's fun to play, especially in Arena. It's really fun to play in Arena. Other than that, yeah, like I said, let me know. Let me know what you guys think. If you like the show, or the video, what do I call this? Do I call it a show? Do I call it a video? It kind of is a show. It's deck tech, right? So if you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of these, don't forget to click subscribe. Click subscribe down below, and we'll have another video for you soon.